Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. I want to introduce you to the Enduring Beauty set. It's got dies and it's got the masks that go with it. So I'm going to do something similar to this in this video, but this is using the stamp with some Memento ink and then using the masks to color it in. And then this is using just the masks without the dye. So two different looks, but really, I really like the effect of this. I'm going to do it on a card later on, but in antique-y type colors, because I think that would look really, really good. So anyway, let's get going on making this card. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm using my Stamparatus. Because on larger stamps it really makes it easier to put a stamp down and get all of the ink onto the paper. So I'm just going to pop that away, put this down like this, give it a push. And there we go. And I'm just actually going to leave it right on the Stamparatus for doing the coloring in as well. The sheets come numbered. This is number 1. And they've got a little notch so you know which side is up. And I've labeled this one I'm doing in Bubble Bath. So I'm going to just place it over like that. And I'm actually going to use the magnet just to hold that edge down like that. You don't need to hold things to hold it down, but it's helpful. So I need to get my blending brush and my Bubble Bath, and I'm just going to move some of the other colors out of the way. I don't have a big enough workspace to show this one very well, so you're only going to see the colors on their own. So I'm doing Bubble Bath. It's the background color, and it's the lightest color that I'm using. And I'm just coming in with my blending brush and just swirling it around. I'm not worrying about tapping the brush off first, because if there's a bit of variated color in here, it's just fine. So I'm going to just keep working that ink in, making sure I'm kind of getting up to the edge of the mask as well. Back in the day, I would have called these stencils, but we call them masks now. So same kind of concept. We're just layering up colors using different pieces. So, okay, we're all done with that one. I'm going to put that one right off to the side somewhere over there. Okay, now number 2 is the first of the leaves. It's the background leaves. At first I couldn't figure out why they were kind of out of order. It's like, why wouldn't we do all the flower stuff together? But it's because they're doing all the background and then all the detail. So this is the background piece for the leaves, and I'm doing that in Lemon Lime Twist. You just line it up like that. There we go. And again, I'm just going to use the magnets to hold this. You don't need them specifically. I'm just using the Stamparatus, so I thought they're here. I'll use them. Okay, so now I'm getting my Lemon Lime Twist out. And I'm going to color again, making sure I'm getting right up to those edges so I don't have kind of faded leaves at the edge. Okay, and that's it for the Lemon Lime Twist. We'll put that over there, take this mask off. And you'll notice I've actually labeled them and put the color on because guaranteed on the video I'd do something wrong if I didn't. And we're just layering this up, lining it up with the outline of the flowers. It's kind of like lining up a die sometimes. We just want to make sure we're not overlapping, say, the leaves or something like that. That's your best guide on these, is as long as you don't have a leaf showing, you're probably okay. And this is we're going to do this in Berry Burst. So we're going to come in and add that color in with the Berry Burst. And just keep adding and adding and adding. I'm lining up with kind of the leaves and as much as I can the outside lines, trying to line up some of the lines. So we're done with the Berry Burst. I'm going to bring in the detailed leaves now. So you can see how that's added that level of color into it. And we're going to layer up the leaves. Now, there's stems in here, and that's what these little openings are. So that's a really good registration mark for you to line up against, is those little stems. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So we're doing that in Granny Apple Green. And we're just coming in and we're adding that color in. And sometimes you think, well, it's not really coloring anything in. And then you take the mask away and you're like, oh, that's really gorgeous. So we're just going to keep adding that color in. There we go. All right. So that is that. Look how pretty that is. It's just gorgeous. Okay, I'm just going to move some things out of the way. I'm going to take this out. I will clean that in a minute. But what I want to do now is I want to use the die. So, where's my die? Here it is. And I'm going to pop the die on and cut this one out. The other one I just left flat on the card without cutting it out. This one I will cut out. And I need my sticky notes. One like that. One like that. And we will pop this into the machine and cut it out. And then I've used the Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. It's this one here. They've got it like this, and To used it like this. So that's the Softly Sophisticated 3D embossing folder. I've already run that through because I knew this was going to be a long video. We will take those off like this and pop that out. And what I've got here is a standard card base. And then this one is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 on a 5 1/4 by 4 that's been run through the folder. So I'm just going to flat mount that all together. So let's just grab out a Stampin' Seal like this. Very narrow margins on this one. Key is always to make sure you kind of got the same at the top, the side, and the bottom, and then when you drop it down, it should be just fine. So now I'm just going to put adhesive on this one, and we're out of adhesive in that one, which is why we always have another one ready to go. And there we go. And again, really narrow margins on this one. Just line that up and drop it down. Give it a push. I am going to dimensionalize the flowers like this. So I'm just going to kind of place that on here. And then I'm dimensionalizing the green. The greeting and the die are from the Enduring Beauty bundle as well. So let's just pop some dimensionals on the back of here. You can add bling, you can add ribbon, you can do whatever you like. It's a gorgeous set. I'm not going to add any bling or ribbon to this one because I've got so much detail in the background with the softly sophisticated embossing folder. So I'll just peel the rest of these off here, and we're going to pop this up like this. And these remind me of the wild roses. The wild rose is Alberta's provincial flower, and it makes me think of a wild rose. So I'm going to pop this down on here. Now, can I peel this up? Nope, not really. I meant to put it a little bit more like that, but that's okay. We're still going to put this down here, just like that. And again, you could put a little bit of bling or a little bit of ribbon, but otherwise, that is the introduction to the Enduring Beauty bundle using the masks and the dies. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.